Shalom.
Go on.
Check it.
So are you still waiting? All right. Move on.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. The ones to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out this word and true sincerity. First back from Great Millstone Tampa here to do a quick video, about the mark of the beast. And we'll just start to get Ezekiel 33 real quick. Turn the fan on. All right, because there's a lot of people, all right, which we don't need to point no elbows anymore, but they've been scoffing, against first and foremost the apostles, elder apostles, Great Millstone on down for the longest, making all kind of skits, making mockery. But what now what you got going on is what digital currency is being set up globally. All right, the dollar is crashing. And when you got to think to yourself, what do you use to buy right now? If you're making any kind of which buying and selling, what is that? It's a transaction, okay? So what do you use to make transactions right now? A dollar bill, right? You can say, oh, I'll use my credit card. Yeah, true. But if you go to the ATM, what comes out of there? All right? It's money. You got that paper money comes out. Soon they're going to get rid of that, though. Right. All right, that's real quick. That's why they've been closing down bank branches, if you haven't noticed. Because they're subsidizing, so to say. Go ahead,
though. And the dollar is the world's reserve currency. What the brother Kanakala said the other day, was that the U.S. dollar is the currency of the world through the petrodollar. Okay, because the petrodollar is what's used, which is the American dollar. That's what's used to buy oil. Now, oil is the greatest and most purchased commodity in the world,
and that's coming to an end.
Yep.
Because it's not coming. It's already happening. Mm-hmm. These nations are dumping dollars. Whatever. we're gonna have to deal with the ruble. We're gonna have to deal with this. We're gonna have to deal with that. And so this is why you see inflation increasing, because it's getting to that the balloon about to explode, so to say.
And that's why these other nations are going to their own
standard, so to say.
Yeah, they're switching over to a different form of currency to purchase their goods, because the U.S. dollar, the petrodollar, is losing its value. What you could buy 5-10 years ago with the petrodollar, you can't buy the same amount of goods as as far as the oil goes.
Yeah, which the majority, a good amount of the world is still using it, but you're seeing it collapse because the major powers are moving from it. That's what really matters. Look, it doesn't matter if fucking Nigeria is using it.
Right.
They don't got no say in what's going on in the world, man.
India, Russia,
China.
Yeah, those are big corporations.
Saudi Arabia, shit.
Yeah. Well, they're the main suppliers of it.
And they're over there making mockery of your presidency. Shit.
And that's how the whole petrodollar was even started, was with Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is the largest producer of oil in the world, next to Russia.
Exporters.
Yeah, the biggest exporter. Okay, second to who? Russia. Right? So now Russia, here it is, they're doing their deals with their gas and their oil in the ruble. Okay, and you're having these other nations, withdrawing on the dollar and doing their transactions with the ruble, and Saudi Arabia signing, working on getting a new contract with China to sell oil to China with the petro yuan. Okay, so the Lord is working in the backgrounds, amidst the bullshit that we see happening around the world, all the shenanigans, as far as shit like Will Smith and this nigga died and.
Who cares?
Yeah, all that shit's fucking some sideshow fucking shit, man.
Yeah, such and so died. Who?
Like,
who cares?
Who the fuck gives a goddamn?
Oh, rat's ass.
This fucking nigga died. Oh well. Yeah, another nigga died 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, a child got shot by a drive-by. So who the fuck cares about little Pookie got shot up because he was a rapper?
Right.
Meanwhile, they devaluing your dollar,
Right.
setting up global currencies that are digital. All right, coming out, which we're gonna get into, coming out with a payment system that's not gonna involve cash or credit cards or any kind of card. Okay, we'll go ahead and get that. You had something?
Oh yeah,
Ezekiel?
yeah, the Ezekiel,
Yeah.
and then I got a quick
Well, let's get the scripture first. Here you go.
Yeah, because we've been talked about this, man. The prophets of the Lord, the men who Yahweh Shem Shai, who you call God and Jesus Christ, has been dealing with. Those men, okay, Lord, will we be a part of that number? The men that the Lord has chosen to push out His word in these last days. We've been talking about this, man. We've been talking about the prophecies to come, and the main prophecy to come is the mark of the beast, which Apostle Tahar just recently did a video. You don't know that breakdown? You ain't a man of the Lord.
That's the most important. That's the hour of temptation. You gotta know what the mark is, man, and you can't be issued. Well, wait, man. It's a physical thing that's gonna be put into you that makes you buy and sell, man. Simple as that. That's the easiest way we can explain it to you. Something that's gonna push out there that's gonna allow you to buy and sell. That's the for you know the mark of the beast for it. How to mark of the beast for idiots. You know how they had them books. Spanish for idiots, all
driving for idiots.
Yeah, driving. Well,
understanding for idiots.
Yeah, understand for. Well, look, it's something that's gonna allow you to buy and sell.
Yeah.
Something simple as that.
Yeah. And at this point, to have someone explain to you what that is kind of redundant because you should see it by now.
Right.
If you have any type of sense to you, I mean, the so-called digital passports was a precursor of what's getting ready to come. And you see how they didn't really even fully implement a digital passport. But what they did implement was the mindset of getting one. Right. Because they told you, oh, you can't. And they didn't make it mandatory where every store required it, but they made certain ones, certain places, certain restaurants made it mandatory for you to be jabbed up. Then they made it certain requirements for certain stores to be you can only come inside if you were jabbed up. We've seen the videos of people getting kicked out left and right at malls and at Walmarts and grocery stores.
That was a precursor of what's to come.
It was all the training. So Esau wanted you people to see those videos. Mm-hmm. They knew that people would react to what somebody getting kicked out, record it for you niggas to see it because you niggas be the ones on social media.
Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah. So you would see that, be like, damn. They can't go into that store unless they got the poke up. Yeah. And Esau's been playing those mind games with you niggas. So now where he's getting ready to push out his real deal. Okay, and y'all gonna fall for it because y'all gonna be like, well, shit, I done seen people getting kicked out and arrested and people getting beat up because they didn't have the jab and the face covering. But now I see this coming out. Well, I better go ahead and get this because I seen what's already happened to those that didn't get something that was required or so to say recommended. So let me go ahead and just do it because this is just how everything should be. This is how people should go, and that's the thing is when they shall say peace and safety because that's how they put it. Mm-hmm. Okay, and the majority of the people are going for it. That's why the scriptures say, "Fall not on the multitude to do evil." And when they shall say peace and safety, sudden and destruction cometh. Okay, and that's what's going to come upon the majority of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those of our people who are scattered among the other nations. Y'all getting ready to be judged according to your own way. You wanted to go according to what you decide. I choose what I do. I wake up every morning and I dictate what happens in my life. Okay, well, cool. Well, now the Lord is going to give you over to that. Let your simple fucking ass, you who don't know a goddamn thing, let you figure out when you're going to eat. Let yourself figure out how you're going to get supplies to even fucking live. Okay? Because see, it's the Lord who provides these things. Again, the Lord gave us the parables of feeding the birds. You know, the birds and the animals eating. The Lord feeds them. The birds and the animals, they don't worry about what the hell they're gonna eat. Okay? But they get fed, don't they? I guarantee you, this brother's dog gets up, and this dog ain't worried or stressed about whether he's gonna eat. He knows my master's gonna feed me.
And that's how the Lord was. The Lord, which is the master of everything, you know. But let me get
quick Ezekiel.
let me get Ezekiel 3 first. This says Ezekiel 3:17 says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." So we're just giving you a warning from the Lord. We've been telling you what the mark is. All right, we've been telling you about the time of tribulation, which is Jacob's trouble. We've been telling all of these things, plain and simple. And years before digital currency came out on the level that it's at now, before they were starting to mention CBDCs, all of that, we was telling you, look, this is the way that Esau's going to do it, or this is what it is. And now here it is, you know. And we was just giving you. It wasn't us. It was the Lord sending us to give you warning from Him. Okay, now you can get that.
Yeah.
And I will go into this article here.
Okay. Yeah, this is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Okay, and the prophecies being the main thing they're happening. Okay, but the RFID microchip, that prophecy is getting ready to come, and when it's fully implemented out here, y'all gonna know that the prophets of the Lord, the men who have been telling you about the mark of the beast, okay, the charagma, all right, we've been telling you about this, and you're gonna know it, because there ain't gonna be no second thought. You're gonna be like, damn, this is what these guys are talking about, because now, and Esau's been putting it in your faces, man.
In movies. And conditioning you. There's no surprise that during the scamdemic, that every store, okay, transitioned to that new payment system at the register. There's a reason behind that. It's not because people didn't have, or all of a sudden, them chips on your car been around for a minute. But during the scamdemic, that shit exploded to every store, and everybody had to transition and get those new machines.
And those companies came to companies unexpected.
Yeah.
You know, I personally seen it, you know, myself. The people who run the credit card machines just randomly showed up, you know, and you know, I work, you know, for who I work with, I work for a small company, a small family company. So
imagine a corporate company.
Yeah, exactly. You know? A small family business, they weren't even given a heads up that, hey, we coming to update your machines. Mm-hmm. They just showed up and said, hey, we're here to update the machines. Nobody knew anything. Mm-hmm. Not the owner, not the you know, nobody.
I seen an article earlier today. You remember Square, the little shit you plug in and people swipe? Well, they just updated today, or I don't know if it was today, but I seen the article today that now they have an upgrade to it that is contactless. Mm-hmm. So you don't need to swipe the card on the, you know, people know what we talking about, the Square. It's called Square. You put it on your phone, you know, and people ain't got cash, you know, you're a small vendor. All right, well, here's the Square. It was literally a Square, and then you could swipe your card and it would work through the phone. Well, now it's contactless. Come on, man. Why is it contactless? Then ask yourself that. Even at the gas station, it's contactless at the pump. Why is that? Come on, man. They got machines replacing people at the gas station. There's gas stations run autonomously. All right.
Yep. You know, like the brother said, there was no coincidence to that, man. You know, before the Crown 19 came out, they had upgraded credit cards to the chip.
Yep.
And then they upgraded the credit cards to a touchless payment.
Yeah.
Then they came with the COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it was like the rest of you niggas who didn't get the chip on your card, y'all that were holding out on upgrading your card, y'all had to do it, because now you couldn't just go to the store and swipe. Stores didn't even have cash.
Yeah, and you know what? Esau always saves it for America last, because they've been doing this shit over in Europe. And I remember this is back way before this shit.
China.
Exactly. Well, they don't even need cards over there. They've been, you know, they just walk out the store with this shit. But I remember when I worked at Advanced Auto Parts, you know, years ago. This was back like 2017 maybe. 2018, you get the latest. I remember they came in and changed the machines. And then the first person I seen to do the touch, he just put his card down. It was a dude from Europe. The dude with Europe used a European credit card. It was a black card. He just tapped the machine. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, that's pretty convenient, huh? He's like, yeah, I just gotta touch a machine. Yeah. And I was like, damn. And this was way before all this shit was being talked about. I was like, see, I picked his brain a little bit, but he was. I think he was from. He was one from the Scandinavian countries. Maybe Poland or not Poland, Finland or some shit. But nonetheless, they've been having this technology for a while, man. And now, here, lo and behold.
Yeah.
Let me read this. Oh, go ahead.
Because during the Super Bowl, they had the Kevin Hart commercial when he was in the Super Bowl, where he was just putting stuff at the grocery store. He was putting stuff in the grocery cart, and it was charging him as he was putting stuff in the grocery cart. Oh, that technology has been out.
Yeah.
They've been doing that in China. Like your brother said, China has some stores where you can just walk in, push in the cart, and walk out.
There's social credits. Yeah. And now, lo and behold, they're going to have your not economic, your environmental score, man, because of all this global warming. So if you use too much water this week, they can just simply shut off your chip. Okay? You use too much gas, you polluted the air too much this week, they can simply shut off your chip. This is where this nigga is leading to, because he wants full control. Get that in Thessalonians where he say he exalt himself as the Most High, or he sits at the seat of the Most High. You know what I'm talking about? This is the article here. This is on ndtv.com. Just put it on the camera, and I'll put it in the description box after the live stream is done with. So it says, no need for credit, debit cards as firm offers payment microchip. It's June. I want to be surprised that the Most High make a mockery of this guy and start implementing the chip in June. All right, so let me read a little bit here, which I've done a video on this months ago by this very company. It says Walletmore has so far sold more than 500 of these microchips. The company says it is perfectly safe and has all the regulatory approvals. Have you ever, and look, we're going to matter of fact, get Revelation 13 first, as I show this picture. Okay? Because what do you use right now to buy and sell? You need cash or credit or debit card. So let's go back to the title. Go ahead and read it.
13?
Yeah, you just get straight to the point.
Okay. Revelation 13, verse 16. And he causes all both small, great, poor, free and bond, to receive a mark or chrogma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
There you go, man. You see on the screen, there's a nigga put his hand up to that same machine that you put your card to. Come on, it's no coincidence. There's no coincidence, man. There, so let me read on. It says, and again, you go into the word there for mark. It's charagma or charagma, okay? Charagma, whatever you want to pronounce it as, is the implantable microchip. And what is the root word of that? Karax. And what is the Karax? The method of delivery to implant that chip into you. And what have they been pushing for the last 2 years? The same thing they're going to push again. And they've already got millions, if not billions of people to receive it. So what's going to stop you from getting that another injection, if you will? So let me read a little bit of this. It says, have you ever imagined making a payment at cafe? And this is the point. This first paragraph I'm going to read is really going to hit it on the nail. Hit the nail on the head, so to say. Have you ever imagined making a payment at cafes and salons by just placing your hand near the contactless card reader? This will soon be made possible by a British-Polish company. So it's no longer just in Sweden. Oh, that's just in Sweden. Oh, they track dogs with that. I mean,
so I'll give my dog to buy some lamb.
Hey, we just read, no need for credit, debit cards as firm offers payment microchips. Send your dog to go get the bread then. How about that? See, that nigga ain't coming back. Somebody gonna eat him.
See your dog shit will buy you some bread.
Yeah, exactly.
Since they've been doing this.
Right. And the thing is, the digital currency, the CBDCs. It says the British This will soon be made possible by a British-Polish company, which is a pioneer in making implantable payment chips. The company Wallet said it became the first company to offer these chips for sale, that's not 100% true. But here's the point right here. It says, which we'll read more as we go on through the lesson. It says, the implant can be used to pay for a drink on the beach of Rio, Brazil, right? Rio de Janeiro, a coffee in New York, a haircut in Paris. So they went through a drink on the beach of Brazil, a coffee in New York, or a haircut in Paris, or at your local grocery store. Walletmore's chief executive officer, Wojtek Prota, told the BBC. And look, lo and behold, what picture they got of what chip they talking about. What is that? The same shit we've had on signs and been telling you was coming. And now here, this is on mainstream media. Dr. Oz is promoting it. This nigga's on TV every morning, lying to people. It says the company has posted several photos and videos of the technology and how to embed it in the human body. Shit, we was up on that for years. We've been on this for decades, beginning with the apostles, man. It says a company has posted several photos and videos of the technology and how to embed it in the human body. It said that an interested user is given local anesthesia and the chip is inserted in his or her hand. All right, go ahead to get that one precept about First Thessalonians second, yeah.
Yep. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth, which is the Most High, will let until he be taken out of the way, which is, he's talking about Esau, because he is the mystery of iniquity that doth already work. Because when this was written, the Roman Empire was in rulership. All right. So verse 8, and then
go up a little bit, where it says, till this man be revealed to the son of perdition, I think. Are you in the 3rd chapter? Where you at?
I'm in the 2nd chapter.
Oh, okay. Well, get that then. You finish what you got then, and then we'll get it.
It says, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay? And so that's talking about Esau, Edom. And the Lord has been let him rule since the Roman Empire. He got wounded for a little season, and then he was revived. So the Lord has been letting him rule these last few years to deceive the world, but his time was going to come when he was going to receive his judgment nonetheless. So 2 Thessalonians chapter 3.
Where were you at?
Chapter 2.
Okay, yeah, jump up to the beginning of chapter 2. Yeah, just started at 30.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, but that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Right, so Paul was saying, look, this day is not going to come, the return of the Lord is not going to come until the man of sin be revealed, right? So, he was comforting, look, the end ain't going to come until, and now this man has been revealed. The beast has been revealed. Not only the ancient Roman Empire, but the beast not reincarnated, but the healed. Now we understand who the wicked is. So now you should be able to understand who's pushing the beast, the mark of the beast. Because I remember like that one dude that came up, that through the spirit earlier. You said it. Vocab might have sent him up weeks ago. I asked him. I said, "Do you know what the mark of the beast is?" He said, "No." Or he said, I forgot what exactly he said. He said something. He said, "You tell me." I said, "Well, before I did that, what is the beast?" So you got to know who the beast is before you know who's going to push the mark of the beast. Go ahead, though. And now he's been revealed, and people refuse to acknowledge it. Who's going to be able to tell you who the beast is? The prophets of the Lord, like we read earlier. Give them warning from me. Then shall they know a prophet is among them. Okay, go ahead.
All right. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, this man of sin been revealed, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. This nigga is the death and destruction. Everywhere he goes, brings death and destruction.
Revelation chapter 6 tells you
that wherever
the pale horse went, death follows.
Yep.
Okay, real quick, just to
Yeah.
get that. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 8, it says, and I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. Okay, so who's that hell follows with him? Anywhere he goes, Habakkuk chapter 2, okay, death follows. He heapeth unto himself all nations. Okay, that's Esau Edom. Wherever he goes, death is followed. The so-called white man, anywhere he goes on the planet Earth, and you other nations, you out there, you can verify this, and they verified this, man. This information is been made public through plenty of videos from other people from around the world saying that America is the world terrorist.
Yep.
Now, if you got a problem with that, then you got a problem with how the world feels.
Yeah, you're not living in reality. And
Right.
furthermore, let's go a little deeper. The self-proclaimed white man himself has portrayed to you and showed you throughout his history that he is the thief coming not to steal and to kill.
Well,
If that don't fit the damn devil, then who does it fit? The Chinaman?
right.
Is the Chinaman coming in and put you into slavery? I think not. They're the only person that goes around pillaging literally is the white man, the self-proclaimed white man. Edom. This is the devil, the son of perdition, the man of sin, the man that promotes witchcraft and wickedness throughout the four corners of the earth and has got everybody under the vibration through, like the brother said, America. All right, the golden cup, Basra, if you will, the chief city of Edom. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, it says, Revelation 6 and 8, it says, and death and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, which Esau was given the blessing of the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Now, what is the result of the sword?
Mm-hmm. Death.
Yeah, death. So where hell followed, meaning the grave, okay, that was where Esau Edom was to be.
Yeah, that's
border
where he's
of
at.
wickedness.
If there's some death, you best believe Esau's in the midst of there.
Right, which is what's the wages of sin is death. So again, Malachi 1 and 4, the border of wickedness was Esau, Edom.
And who was the first man to bring? Who's the first murderer? Cain. He's that's Esau reincarnated, man. All right, Cain is Esau reincarnated, if you can receive it, man. So this nigga was the father of murder, the father of death, man.
Death, yeah.
Go ahead.
Back in Second
Yeah.
Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 4 says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High.
There you go. This nigga wants to have all the authority that the Most High has. Monitor you 24/7. Know your every move. Know how much bowel movements you made today. How much water you took today. How many steps you took today. Why do you think he got them watches and them step counters and all this shit? He's been programming you to be a fucking gerbil, man. He wants to know your every step, literally. Oh, you took 3,482 steps today. Good job. Like that black Atazwan showed me Bishop Atazwan showed me that Black Mirror one episode where the dude from Get Out,
Man on Fire.
The one from the one where it was the metaverse really. It was the metaverse where the nigga was on the bike and shit. I don't know if you've seen that one, but nonetheless,
I've seen it.
they were being monitored on everything, and that's how they made their money. How much they were doing, riding, how much they would ride the bike. But nonetheless, this nigga,
yeah.
you know what I'm talking about? The nigga from Get Out.
It was a bunch of different people riding bikes.
Yeah, exactly. But this nigga wants to know your every move. That's because that's what the Most High, the Most Highs are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Well, so this nigga, that's why he got cameras everywhere, smart this, smart that. This nigga wants to monitor you at all times through his new setup, which is what? The Internet of Things, and you are the next piece to become one of those things, man. All right? That was it on that verse?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, Con, let me get back into this article here. It says, Walmart, I already read that. It says Patrick Powman a security guard from the Netherlands, and one of the users of such payment chips. Ain't no microchip. My dog has a chip. Well, you fucked up. Why you give your dog a chip? But anyway, it says such payment chips told the BBC that the reaction he gets from cashiers are priceless. The procedure hurts as much as when someone pinches your skin. Well, you know what? It's gonna give Revelation 14. Let's see how it's really gonna hurt. It might only be a pinch when you get it.
Right, and that's where the saying comes. Laugh now, cry later.
Man, literally.
Because it don't seem like much right now. It don't seem like it's gonna hurt right now. But at the end cost. That's why it says count. The scripture says count the cost. Not only in just following the Lord, but also not following the Lord. So and not following the Lord and receiving the mark of the beast. Yeah, you might be okay for a while, but what's the latter end gonna be? You see, hearing this truth, things aren't gonna be good for a while until they get good.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, to the spirit I did a video earlier, you need to know that things are going to get tough, man. If you truly believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're not going to be able to do anything.
Right.
Because you're going to be ostracized. If you believe, truly believe, you're not going to be, everything's going to be cut off from you.
Right.
Because everything you need money for in this society, all right? I don't give a damn what it is. You need money to do it. You can't just go up into the store and demand anything without money. You can't go anywhere and demand anything without money. That's not how the world works. And now that you understand that, well, guess where the money's going? Digitally. Okay, go ahead.
All right. It's Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Right, so it might be the procedure hurts as much as when someone pinches your skin. Yeah, but when the Lord returns, it's going to burn you up. And according to the book of Zechariah, your tongue is gonna melt in your mouth, your eyes are gonna burn, your skin is gonna dissolve as you stand upon your feet. So it might be a little pinch now, all right, but it's gonna be a horrible way to go out. And if you even make it that far, because the grievous sore, your arm just might rot off, all right, from all the radiation with this 6G, 5G.
You might starve.
All right. Yeah, exactly. So just because you get a chip, don't guarantee you food. They even telling you on TV there's gonna be food shortages. So what the hell? Where are you gonna go buy the food? Well, because it's gonna be rationed by the military. So what's gonna guarantee you making it there to get that food? And let's say you do get that food, there's gonna be a nigga outside waiting for you to get that food that didn't get a chip. So it's all bad for you people that don't believe, man. But reading on here, it says Walletmore's chip weighs, and they literally taking words out of our mouths that we've been saying for years. It says Walletmore's chip weighs less than a gram and is a little bigger than a grain of rice. It is comprised of a tiny microchip and an antenna encased in biopolymer, a naturally sourced material similar to plastic. We've been saying about this grain, the size of a grain of rice, man. We've been telling you about this, man. All right, it says the company CEO said the chip is perfectly safe and has all the regulatory approvals. Walletmore's chip uses near-field communication, or NFC, aka RFID. NFC just stands for near-field communication. RFID is radio frequency identification. Okay, it's the same shit, same technology. They're talking about digital IDs, radio frequency identification, near-field communication. Because that chip is going to be communicating with said store to do the transfer of the digital currency, or for the transfer of your information. Which, if you've been paying attention for the last 2 years, what information is going to have to be shown soon? Idiots. All right. It says Walletmore chips uses near field or NFC. The technology being used by smartphone for years. Many users have liked the concept and are posting queer, uh, queries for the company management. How long does it last? It doesn't matter because you're gonna die in the near future if you take it. Wallenmore said in its reply, in Europe it is 8 years, and in the USA it is 3 years. So I don't know where they get this information from. Last sentence. It also told the users that the chip is available on this website. So there you go, man. The chip is here. It's not coming. It's here. It's just a matter of time before they tell your ass to get your simple bird brain ass over there to the CVS, just like you did for the juice, and go get that chip. Because and trust me, let me get a quick scripture, and this is what's gonna send niggas running to the stores to get it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because your banks are getting ready to close, man.
They don't need bank, and that I did an article about that a couple weeks ago. They're removing the necessity of that third party, the bank. So now it'll just be from your chip to said store. They don't need to go through your bank no more. This is the whole purpose of digital currency is. They don't need the bank anymore. That's why they've been closing bank branches. If you have, or this bank brought out that branch, they've been slowly shrinking it down.
Yeah, the bank, the only purpose of a traditional bank was to serve was for somewhere for you to go to take your money to. Yeah. Now that it's digital, now that it's digital, just like your bank account, you can transfer money. You can use Cash App to transfer money digitally. You don't have to physically go to your bank to take money out to go send to somebody else. You don't have to
money order. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Deposit money into somebody's account with a deposit slip. Like that's like how people pay rent like that. Oh, let me go pay you got put the deposit slip and then hand them a check. That's too much paper. You're killing the environment. You see where this is leading? You're wasting paper. We're cutting down trees. Global warming. This is all an agenda. And it's right in your fucking face. 1 Timothy 6:10. This is why niggas are gonna go run into the local chipping stations. 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Niggas ain't gonna want to change their lifestyles. Niggas with Lambos and niggas that have been getting paper. You got a portfolio stacked up. Well, one day you're gonna wake up and they're gonna say, listen, you can't access this anymore. You need to come get a microchip. If not, we're gonna seize your funds. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? It's already in digital in your phone. You don't have that, and if you do have it in your mattress or stashed away in your house, what you gonna do with that when you go to the bank and it's closed? Right. Or they tell you we no longer accept money, cash here. You have to get a chip to get it transferred into your account. Niggas will do it because they love that money. They love the lifestyle that money provides. Niggas love the easy life, man. Best believe niggas will run and get this, and especially if they start giving incentives, just like they did with the jab. We're gonna give you $100 here, a burger here, a Krispy Kreme there, 2 weeks off paid here. Niggas was, oh hell yeah, I'm going to get 3 of them bitches. Tell me I'm lying. This was all over the news, and niggas did this shit. So imagine when they give $10,000 incentives to get a chip. It's only a matter of time. Go ahead, though. You wanted to say something, though?
No.
Let me finish this. It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith. Yeah, you got some guys in this truth that are making merchandise out of truth. That are living lavishly because of the truth. They're going to fold when this time comes, the hour of temptation. Hold that on deck. Because this is going to put a lot of people that claim to believe in Yahweh Shem Shai to the test. When that hour of temptation comes, you're going to either love Yahweh Shem Shai or you're going to love this world, love the money. And really, the scripture just said, for the love of money is the root of all evil. That's what makes people go off, man. Mainly, the love of money. Oh, I got to go to work. What are you going to work for? Because you like to work? No, because they paying you good. You know what I'm saying? It says, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. That ultimate pierced is gonna be that karas. Okay, that's what's gonna pierce you through and lead to many sorrows. Ultimately, you know, for the love of money, and a lot of people love money. Even broke niggas love money, man. Niggas that live in paycheck to paycheck love money. What happened when them stimulus checks came out? Niggas went crazy. Why? Because they got a little bit of money, man. Esau been doing this and filling your, pumping you up like a balloon, to get you to this point where you're gonna just bow down to his ass, man. Because the scripture, the brother read it earlier in Revelation 14. If you worship the beast, his image, and receive his mark. So you already bound down to the beast and his image. The only thing left for you simple ass niggas is spicks, tontos, and the rest of you fucking pathetic excuses for humans is to receive his mark, man. Because you're already worshiping him. But that's it I got. That's all I got.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
3 and 10.
Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And that's why this is a global thing, global plague, we'll say, global catastrophe. Everybody's involved in the Ukraine situation. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Well, why didn't the economy change when niggas in a country in Africa, when niggas in a country in Africa are getting ripped, and butchered? No, nobody bats an eye then. Nobody cares. This is all an agenda. All right? So this is coming upon the whole world. The pandemic was upon the whole world. They were saying niggas in Zimbabwe was dying from this Crown Victoria, man. Nigga, how the hell did that shit get to them? Is niggas taking flights to this in the middle of the jungle, the Congo? Come on, man. This shit don't make sense, but it's an agenda from the beast. The beast is pushing out this agenda. All right? And the point is that our temptation is going to come upon the whole world because it don't matter where you are, what you do. It might take a little bit to get to your little ass country, your poor ass third world country. But nonetheless, if they got some kind of payment system, you best believe the chip is coming. So
yeah,
you got anything else?
Yeah, for the most part, man, a lot of these smaller nations have already been getting on the program.
Yeah.
It's just America is the last stepping stone before the destruction comes. Because once America does it, the whore that rideth upon the beast is over with, man. There ain't no other nation after that, man. That we have to wait on. No, man. We waiting on Babylon the Great to be destroyed, not Zimbabwe, like the brother said. We ain't waiting on the land of Ham to get destroyed.
Like the chip never got to Madagascar, so we still gonna be here.
We waiting.
Fuck out of here.
We waiting for Madagascar to get a chip. Come on, man.
There's lemurs and shit.
Now the whole world, like the brother said, the whole world will be tried, and the whole world, the rest of the world right now is
going through it.
They're going through it, except here in America. Y'all starting to kind of go through it, and y'all still able to get gas, y'all still able to get food.
And there you go. The food mainly is gonna be the reason why they're gonna be able to bring it in perfectly. Hey, well, take this. Hey, all you need is come down, get this, and then hey, you don't gotta worry about food. You come down to the military. The military's protecting the food. You don't have to worry about people robbing you at the Publix, the local grocery store. As long as you have this thing in your hand that we can scan, make sure you ain't contagious and all that. Come on, man. They've been putting it out there, telling you what they're doing. You got anything else though?
No,
good.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, so hey, with that, was edifying, man. Hey, stay watching, man. There's a lot's going on, man. And hey, you can't gainsay nor resist what the Lord got. You can't rebuttal the truth anymore, man. The truth is the truth, and now people are starting to see it. And if you don't get it, then mawakla ata, man, this ain't for you, and you're gonna have to meet Yahweh the hard way. Okay, So with that, we're going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakadash, the warrants of the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, the salutation and much love to Yakim out there. Shalom.